You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's live, uncut, unedited. All right, let me get my microphone together. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Come on in, people. Let's see how we looking. Okay, one. All right. Hello, Sherry Brown, Nikina Nicole. What's going on? All right. Eric, what's going on? What's going on? Virginia Beasley. I love being black. I love being black. I love being black. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, live, uncut, unedited. What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? Man, I had a great time tonight, boy. Great rally tonight. Great rally tonight, people. I tell you, they showed up and showed out. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. All right. All right. Modesta Otis, that's right. Wonderful rally tonight. Sherry Flemings, what's going on? Joseph Ellis, what's up? What's up? Diana Gangs, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Monique. Mm-hmm. All right, people. Come on in. Shay, what up, Shay? What's good with it, Shay? What up? What up? What up? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right. Ain't trying to start no mess or be the guy, but you, like I always said, that the black vote will decide this election. But seeing the video, it looks like the majority were white. Yeah, they were. They were white. Mm-hmm. Those are white progressives that voted for Brandon Johnson. Now, you ain't starting no mess. You're not starting no mess. Nothing. Loving your platform. Thank you, Shay. Thank you. Lee Ball, Johnson for mayor. All right. All right, people. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. Y'all already know what it is. Mm-hmm. Live, uncut. Just mic check. 1 2 1 2. Make sure my mic right. Y'all can hear me. All right, people. We had a great time. And you're not tired. I'm tired yet, but I got to bring y'all the information. You know, I'll rest out to April the 4th. All right. That's what I'll do. All right. Let's get started, man. I'm not going to wait all day. I promise you I ain't going to wait all day tonight. Y'all can't get too much of me tonight because it's all right. Let's get this going. We're going to skip through some of this. We're going to skip through.
And yet today we have a job system which is significantly dysfunctional. We always talk kids and their parents make sure that their teachers all well trained, all well paid. That's what Brandon intends to do. Brandon understands that when we talk about education, higher education has got to be available to all, regardless of their income.
Live, uncut, unedited.
I look forward to to rebuild America. He's going to strengthen apprenticeship programs. The truth is that who knows more about education and the needs of our kids and our parents than someone who has been in the trenches, someone who has worked with those kids and parents on a daily basis, someone who has been a public school teacher. And that's someone.
All right, people, live uncut.
Brandon understands that in Chicago and all over this country, not just Chicago, we have a major housing crisis. This is the richest country in the history of the world. And all over this country, in Burlington, Vermont, in Chicago, in LA, you have over 500,000 people who are homeless. Brandon understands that young working class families here in Chicago pay 50-60% of their limited incomes on housing. And that is why he has developed a housing program which is designed to help working families, not real estate speculators.
Live uncut and edited. All right, people, come on in, come on in.
It matters who becomes mayor of Chicago because we need mayors around this country who understand that we must address the crisis of crime and violence which exists in Chicago, in Vermont, and in virtually every city and town in America.
That's
We
Barney
must
Sanders.
address that crisis, but we must do it in a way that is smart and effective.
Come on in, people, live uncut, unedited.
Not only high quality and non-racist law enforcement, it means that we must address the epidemic of mental illness, the epidemic of drug abuse, the epidemic of poverty, and the epidemic of guns on the street. And that is something that Brandon Johnson understands. And if that is who becomes mayor of Chicago, because we need someone in the mayor's office who understands that we need not only job creation, but that we need jobs that provide workers with decent wages.
Come on, Barney.
Decent
Live
wages,
uncut, unedited.
decent schedules and working conditions.
Yeah, we're gonna stop it right there. I just want you guys to hear a little bit of it. And let's get back. All right, people. We was at the rally today. It was great. Bernie, he came. We was at the UIC today, and I'll tell you, people, it was electrifying. That crowd was predominantly white. It was going on. I tell you, Brandon, he got down. I may have played a little bit of it. He said, "Man, at 6:50 hour, I might decide to vote for whomever winning. I don't agree with any of this. It's all about diversity in America." Okay, well, I mean, everybody got their choice. I ain't mad at nobody. Yeah. All right, everybody you got a right to support whoever you want to support. That's right. That's it. I hear you, Dr. Sanders. All right, go ahead, Doc. I'll see you. Go ahead. Dr. Sanders.
Hey, I just wanted to commend you, brother. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I wanted to commend you on that. That was a beautiful rally on behalf of Brandon
Yes, it
Johnson.
was.
It really was. It was very good to see the supporters out there. I just had to deal with the police with something, and I told them, I said, I'm praying for both of you all, to be able to do what you need to do, in this community. So I commend you, Martin. I know you're tired.
Man, I'm tired. I promise you, Doc, I'm tired, but I had to come home. I wanted to get the people to report and, let them know there was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it was electrifying,
Bernie
man.
gave a good speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was electrifying. I mean, it was like, wow. It was amazing. I had my
It took us back to.
I had my cell phone camera. I had my cell phone camera. I had my other camera in my hand. My hands were full. I had my camera bag on around my neck. I said, oh boy, I was sweating. It was hot, a lot of them people, but I hung on in there. I hung in there. Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah, well, that rally, that was the epitome of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be at the UIC Pavilion, that's something. Man, that is something. Kind of remind me when Barack Obama was running for president.
Right.
Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move.
Yeah, I tell you, man, they was celebrating, boy.
I heard Bernie speak.
Oh yeah, I got it all.
Yeah.
Listen, it was, it's electric. I didn't hear you. Let me say this, people, you have to know that the seriousness of this election is historical. Why you think people coming from all around the country visiting, they're watching, people. It's a moment in history. You're watching history unfold, people. Unfold. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's unfolding. Yeah. Whether you agree with it or not, it's unfolding right before our eyes. I tell you, some of us is like walking past that tree and not visualizing getting a chair and a desk and couches and a door. Some people just can't see. They can't see.
They can't.
Can't see.
Can't. They cannot see it at all.
Go ahead,
Martin. This is why the young people that are much younger than us, at least, how I'm 56, you 52. So let's take it 30 years younger than us. They don't have an understanding,
right,
of how we have made history. When we are, as an African American culture, are making provisions outside of being called Republicans, outside of being called Democrats, outside of being called green. When we make public history, that's something to celebrate. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, look at how King Drive used to be called South Park. A lot of them don't even know that. All they know is King Drive. It wasn't no Bronze Hill. You know what I'm saying? It was either Kenwood Oakland Community Organization, COCO. They don't know about this stuff. They don't know that, like, Meadows and how all this stuff developed. The first black insurance company that was on 35th and King Drive, Alco, one of the longest stores in the history of the South Side, used to be right there where Chase Bank is. See, we can go on in this, Martin, but we make.
Lee, I'm about to be on the phone for a second.
Okay.
Oh, man.
We got Marcus on here.
I mean?
Yes.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem, Marcus.
We made history, man.
Man, I'm telling you, Marcus, what you think? You was in it tonight. What you think? Your thoughts, Marcus? Marcus? Your thoughts of tonight?
Yeah.
You was there.
Well, it was historic. What I wasn't expecting to see was Dr. King's son. Dr. King's son came out. So the whole world is watching Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
The world is watching this election. Not just the nation, but the world is watching this election. And I can't tell people who they should vote for, but you see where the energy is at. Paul Vallas might have the business community because they're afraid that if they bag Brandon gonna raise the taxes on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the energy is where Brandon is at. The people. The people want Brandon. The everyday people of Chicago want Brandon. It was just as many as white people in that arena as it was blacks. In fact, it was more white than it was black.
Yes, it was.
In that arena tonight. And they were chanting Brandon, 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 Brandon. And for Dr. King's son to come out, I mean, it's one thing that Al Sharpton came here. And he wasn't chanting Paul Vallas. He was chanting Brandon Jr. It's another thing when Dr. King's son come out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked another photographer, did he feel that we close to this Harold Washington energy? He said, yeah, but the only thing we're missing, back then the black community was really unified, 100% unified for Harold Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, the black community is not there. Some of them are undecided. I would say, what is there to decide? Would you rather have a black man in City Hall or a white man in City Hall? Would you rather have somebody who the CTU has bagged than to have somebody who the FOP, which is a racist organization, the president is openly racist? He doesn't care. Would you rather back a candidate, vote for a candidate that's been bagged by CTU or FOP? There's nothing to think about if you're black.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
And
it was very.
I agree with Mark.
That's right.
It was very historic. It was a pleasure to be there.
It definitely was a pleasure to be there, just to witness. I mean, the young progressives, man. It was. I tell you, it was packed. It was packed in there. It was packed. I mean, Marcus was there. Matter of fact, we were standing next to each other a couple of times. You know, man, we was on the ground level, right in front of the stage, right in front of the stage. I tell you, and Marcus tell you, I had two cameras, my cell phone camera and my other camera in my hand. My hands was full. I tell you, I left my little piece. I wanted to walk around in the audience.
Did you take a picture with him?
No, I didn't even try to take a picture. I was just video.
Did y'all take a picture with Martin?
No.
Yeah. Because
Marcus did. Marcus took a picture.
No, did you take one with him?
Marcus took a picture with Martin Luther King's son. Marcus did. I didn't.
Yep.
Martin III.
Yeah, I didn't. You know.
Mother Christine Farrell. I met his auntie, his Mother Christine King Farrell.
Oh, okay.
Back in the early 2000s when I took a trip down to Spelman. And I was sharing with her at the time, because I was with a panel group, and I was explaining to her how my family, of course, come out of Mississippi, and how Dr. King came to Mason Temple Church of God in Christ. That was his last speech. That was during the time of the strikes, you know, that went on with the workers. And so she gave me a lot of insight on how her brother was, you know, and it still affected the family, you know, to this very day. She's up in her 90s now. But I do know that to meet such the descendants of those who actually fought the freedom fight, that's a historical moment. Marcus had the opportunity, and a lot of you all that are in journalism or broadcasting, you need to listen to what's going on, because this is a blessing. It's a blessing beyond measure. And I'm proud of Marcus, you know, in his career as a journalist, you know, taking pictures. This is a historical moment, and these pictures are going to be worth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This should be put in the Smithsonian.
It's going to be, you got Jesse Jackson that was there. Jesse Jackson was there. and he's ailing,
Yeah.
and he won't be around forever. And these young kids had better wake up. It's like some of our young black kids do not care or is even paying attention to how important this election is. And I think this crop of kids don't understand just how racist this city is and how important it is to go out here and vote for Brandon. Number one, young people, again, don't let nobody pay you off to hurt somebody for voting for a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end, you will be the one that will be hurt. You will regret what you did. And you better pray that he wins.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Pray that he wins.
Yeah.
Because we have lived. Some of y'all young people need to listen to older people, because we were young at one time. And that photographer was right. The city of Black Chicago was unified on a level that no one had never seen during the Harold Washington movement, because you had kids. I was 10 years old when he first ran. You had 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds who would have normally been playing with their toys. Galvanizing their parents to go vote for Harold.
I tell you, some people they got history staring in their eyes. They don't even know. We got a new caller, guys. Hey, Erica, this is live, uncut, unedited. Look up to my unedited. Hey, Erica, what's going on? Erica was there.
Hey. What's up? I was showing it. I'm fired. Marcus, I said I'm fired up. Y'all, I'm fired up. Y'all gotta understand, like, tonight, with Bernie being there for my generation, like, Bernie is like our people. Like, Bernie is when most of us got really politically involved as far as like elections and trying to like understand elections and like trying to fight. And it was just such a moment of like my like, I'm young, but even younger days of like a college student and just out there in the streets. And we learned so much from that. And I was like, what really, really touched my heart was a couple things. Was that like the Black elders that I saw there, out in the section I was sitting in, there was a lot of Black elders. And I know one of the frustrations we had as young people in the Bernie movement was that when it was Bernie and Hillary in the primary to go up against Trump, us young people was telling, like, screaming to the rooftop. We was like, Hillary gonna lose. We was like, Hillary is gonna lose. Like, it's not even about Hillary. It's just we trying to tell y'all she's not popular. She got a lot of baggage. And Bernie, everybody loves him. And even the Hillary people that's Democrats will vote for Bernie if it's between Bernie and Trump.
Right.
And Bernie will win.
Now listen, hold on. I
That.
need you to get back on. Tell us what you witnessed today, Erica. Don't be bouncing there. You know you long-winded. Get to what the energy was in the house today.
No.
Come on.
Yes, the energy was amazing, but I'm just telling you, it warmed my heart to see so many Black elders that maybe didn't get it the first time just feel what we felt. Like, y'all got to feel what we felt, that energy, just the electricity of just like, it don't matter that he's an 80-something-year-old man from Vermont. It's just what he's talking about is the truth. He talked the truth, and that's what people need to understand. Young people, we generally don't really care what you come from, what you look like, how old you are, your immigrant status. Like, we don't care really about that as much as we care about what's your message. What do you stand for, you know? And so it's like, it's weird to a lot of people. Why do all these young people go crazy over an 80-something-year-old white? And it's just like the energy was electric. And I just posted on my page on Facebook when Bernie introduced Brandon and he came up to the stage and they hugged, and Bernie could grab Brandon's hand and raised it to the sky. It felt like Bernie was passing a torch. it really felt like Bernie in his elderly years, you know, he's very elderly. It was like he was passing a torch, and he passed it to a black man who truly stands for this fight. And I'm like, yes, Bernie, that's what I'm talking about. And it just was so amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I'm still fired
up. So you think this gonna be in the history books?
I mean, what we just witnessed today is absolute history, because what y'all witnessed today is the vindication of a movement that was dismissed, a movement that didn't quite catch on like it should have. It's being vindicated right now in the city of Chicago, and people are getting it now. And as young people, it's almost like in tears, because we knew it was right. And it's like, we need to listen to the elders, you know, but at the same time, sometimes the elders need to listen to us. I just heard a video from KRS-One. He's a rapper, but he's in his elder years now, because rap has been around for a long time. And he was talking to a real young girl. And she said, what can we learn from the older people? He said, it's not about what we can learn from the older people. I hear echo, so I don't know if somebody needs to take me off speaker.
No, that was me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was me. I'm trying to look. Go ahead.
But no, you're good. But KRS-One said to the young girl, it's not just what y'all need to learn from us elders. It's also what us elders need to learn from you. He said, because if you're young and you don't listen to older people, you will be slower than other people your age. But if you listen to elders, you will be faster than people your age. He said, but the vice versa, older people who don't listen to younger people, you will be slower amongst older people. But if you do listen to younger people as an older person, you will be faster amongst older people. And it's just to see that coming together today of the different generations, when we were so divided before, when Bernie first came out, it was just powerful. Seeing the passing of that torch like that, when everybody was like, oh, well, you know, Bernie, you're getting up in age, you know, everybody loves you, but you can't be around forever. And just to see that was so amazing. This is just powerful, y'all. And another great news I have for y'all, us young people who are organizers, we not taking this for granted. We learned from the last time, all that energy that young people still didn't understand the importance of getting in that booth. We learned from that. So what we actually did is we had tables set up out in the arena, and we were catching young folks left and right throughout the arena on the way in and on the way out, getting them to have give us their contact information so we could do text reminders to go vote. And also they would commit to also texting a friend to go vote. So we learned from last time of just relying on the energy. We need to actually capture the people, because young people sometimes can get caught up in the energy but not actually remember you got to get in that booth, you know? And so we learned. We're doing it a little different this time, and I'm excited, y'all. I am excited.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, it was electrifying tonight. I was so tired. I guarantee you guys, I was too tired. And Marcus kept calling me, Robert kept calling me, and somebody else kept calling. I said, let me get my behind down there. Let me get down there. But like Barney said, that this is going to be a close election, and we have to get out and vote. We have to get out and vote, people. We have to get out and vote. This thing is just not going to fall in our lap. Yeah. It's not going to fall in our lap. We got to get out there and vote. Go ahead, Marcus. Did you want to say something, Marcus?
It's important that you get out and vote. Yeah. It's important that you get out and vote, and let's turn this thing around. Let's bring it back to 1983 and 1987. Let's bring that energy back. The whole city was screaming for a change. Let's get those grammar school kids screaming Brandon Johnson loud and clear. Not just the white ones, but the black ones. Because when you look, my analysis on that arena, I saw black people, there was a lot of black people in there, but it was a lot of white and Hispanic people in there. And if they're supporting this man, I say to you black voters, if you didn't show up at the rally, show up at the polls, because that's what's important. Not the rally, not the forms, but the polls. Show up at the polls and show out. Vote, 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 vote. Vote for a change in this city. Vote to end this racist police crap going on that they want to do to us, stop and frisk and even bust up in our houses and tear up our houses because they feel that we're nothing and we're beneath them. Let's send them a message. And yeah, if you're voting black, it's okay. Vote black. It's all right because they vote white.
That's right. Dr. Sanders. Dr. Sanders sitting back listening. But let me say this too while she coming in. People, we have to get 10 people.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to be on here a little while, give y'all a report.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Marcus brought a very strong point out because, it's good to have a lot of the protests, the good rallies and all of the meeting greets. That's fine. But what does a lot of talking is when you go behind the poll booth and you only have two. There is nothing on the ballot but two names. That's it. It's like ... That's it. There's nothing else. There's no judges. There's none of that stuff. You only got two. So when you go in there, think about what Martin said and Martin said. If you look at the reality, we're dealing with a man who has been out of the scene because he was already corrupt. So he don't like black people. He's gonna say that he likes black people, but he really honestly don't. You need to read between the lines, the words. Watch how he goes. Where will Paul Dollars be after this? Where's his longevity at after this? So to be a part of history, young people, know that this is a part of your generation. We are half of 100. I promise you. We got what's that? So my thing is, know history and know who you are voting for. Get to know these people. Watch these people all the time. Not just text them around the time all these politicians want to come out. Brandon is a Cook County Board of Commissioners. So it's not like he just came out the house and said one day, my name is Robert Petrie, and I feel like being, he's already been in the game. So think about who you're voting for that care about your living condition here. And we only got a few days. We got a few days. So I'm proud of you all. Encouraging the young people because listen, old money knows how to take care of business. New money only spends it. So know where you're going when you're voting and know that Brandon is a man that has solidarity in his life and he's mentally stable. He's not all over the place. So know that he cares for his people. And if you have a question, just raise your hand and say, I have a question. And watch if your question don't get answered.
All right. I'm gonna show a little bit more clip and I'm gonna get off here. I just want to spend a little, I was tired, but I wanted to come back on here because I've been going at least 30 some days straight on this Brandon campaign. And let me pull this video up a little bit if we can see, watch a little bit more at Lil Barney. And then we'll go into Brandon Johnson a little bit. Let's see.
Candidate is the son of the working class, Brandon Johnson. Brandon understands that we need to grow the trade union movement.
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna get it when he. Gotta go to the part Erica was talking about. He's gonna come.
This campaign here in Chicago, like every other campaign, deals with a whole lot of issues. But the fundamental issue, the deep down issue, is which side are you on? people or are you on the side of the speculators and billionaires? And I know which side Brandon is on. All right! Let me just conclude by saying this. I don't know many of you may not know this, but way back when I was the mayor of Burlington.
Speed up a little bit. I'm gonna hit you. Oh, okay, Brandon. There you go. That's what Edgar was talking about. A lot of people there.
Thank you so much. How the heck are you, Chicago?
You guys can go to my page and finish watching it. It's on my page. I just want to show you a little bit of it. Thank you. Thank y'all guys so much for watching it. But that's what I had to say, people. I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I know it was late. I'm tired, working hard. Tomorrow's another day. I got to get out there. Erica, you want to say something before I get off here? Let me cut it off. Erica?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to comment real quick, just like, this is just a powerful moment, and I know there's still skeptics and people that just want to be skeptical. Like I saw a comment in the comment section, I'm tired of being a part of history, and history is not a part of us. Y'all need to realize something. Dr. King is history, isn't he? Malcolm X is history, isn't he? Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton. But guess what? The system has enemies. The people who are trying to do right have enemies, like Paul Vallis, like Daley, like all of the white supremacy. So just because enemies have attacked us and then cut down our forefathers and our ancestors and our revolutionary ancestors does not mean that we can't win. I think something was said tonight at the rally that Brandon said it. He said, we keep saying tomorrow, tomorrow. And he was like, well, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow has finally come. And that's what we've been waiting for. So it's time to shake off all of the disillusionment, the disappointment, the despondency. This is what a whole generation, my generation, has fought for. We have fought for this. Y'all have fought for this, the older generation. And sometimes the biggest thing that's hard to do is know when you're winning. Know when you're winning and go with it instead of doubting it, because doubt don't help nobody. We got to start believing, y'all, because why the heck did all those people spill their blood? Our ancestors spill their blood. If the day wasn't going to come, Dr. King said, I see the promised land. He said, I see the mountaintop. I may not get there with you, but I see it. So if you happen to be blessed to live in a generation when we get a chance to achieve it, don't bring more doubt into it. That don't help nobody. This is a powerful historical moment. The whole world is watching. The whole country is watching Chicago right now to know if they should give up hope forever or if there's still hope in the United States of America.
Preach, sister.
And it's time for us to cling on to that.
Preach, sister.
It's
Preach.
time to cling.
Preach. I agree with you. It's definitely time. Marcus?
You know, I agree with Erica. I just want to say this. People who are doubtful, ask yourself right now, What did any of the white mayors we have had do for you? Jane Byrne even made promises to the black community she didn't keep, and that's why she lost against Harold Washington. And then Daley couldn't beat Harold Washington. So we all know what happened up here in Chicago. Daley couldn't beat him, did it another way. He cheated. They always cheat. And I'm not racist, I'm a realist. I got white friends that's photographers that was down on that floor tonight. So if I was racist, I wouldn't be shaking hands with them and talking to them. I'm not a racist, I'm a realist. Even white people know. But why is it so hard for black people? Why we always gotta play the good Negro? Be the bad Negro and choose your side. We're the only race that doesn't stick together like we should. Like my other buddy said tonight as we left, he said, it's there, but it's not what it could be, the energy that we had with Harold Washington. Black Chicago was 100% unified. Black Chicago was unified back then. Let's make it 200% for Brandon. We unify, and don't let them have you thinking that a lot of black people have left the city. Yeah, a lot of them have left the city, but it's still enough of us up in here that can decide this election. You all have got to quit second guessing and doubting. I mean, ask yourself, why would you want somebody who wrecked 3 school systems across the nation in City Hall? Do you think he's going to fix City Hall? You think he's going to fix City Hall? And his son, who's a police officer, shot a black man down. Why would you want to put somebody like that in City Hall? The other black people that endorsed them, we all know that they got a bag of money or they got a position promised to them. They're getting something out of it. But what are you going to get out of it if you go vote for them? What is your grandkids going to get out of it? Think about that. When you go to the polls, think about that before you punch Paul Vallis' name. You shouldn't have to decide or be skeptical. Well, what if Brandon don't do anything? Well, you make Brandon accountable. Once he get elected, you go down there to city council, you sit in his face. That's something we don't do as a people. Start showing up at these meetings. Make him talk to you. Go where he be at and make him have to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can put it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dr. Sanders, we'll close it out with you.
Don't abort your rights. Don't abort your chance. Don't abort history. When you abort history and your chance and your rights, there is nothing. An abortion is very dangerous. Some people can die from it. Some people can survive it, and some people can have complications.
I think, hold on, people, my phone hung up. I'm sorry, y'all. Dr. Sanders was still talking. My phone hung up. I'm sorry. Sometimes that system, it does that, man. I don't know why I did that. Hold on. Dr. Sanders still talking. Let's see. All right, hold on, people.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G., a.k.a. The Crime Chaser, live, uncut, unedited broadcast.
Welcome. Your conference will begin shortly.
What to do.
Dr. Sanders.
And as Marcus said,
Dr. Sanders, we had got cut off, so I need you to go back at least about a minute. We had got cut off. I got cut off. I know you were still talking. I'm sorry, because I know you made some good points.
Jane Byrne did not know how to do this city. Everybody tried that was white to learn how to do this city, and they failed. All mayors have their own agenda, but they still have to go through a process.
Mm-hmm.
You all that is 30 and 20 and 10 years younger, listen right now. You cannot say you've been there, done that until you experience it. So that's why what Marcus is saying, go and vote for what makes sense. Martin said the same thing. Think about it. When you are doubting Thomas, you really getting off the boat because you're making excuses. If you want reformation, you be a part of that change. Go to your CAP meetings. Go to the community meetings. Talk to your community partners. See, that's where you come in at. Learn how to stop allowing negativity to get in your brain. It's kind of funny, Martin, Marcus, and Erica. How is it that we can argue about who shot John at the nail shop? You slept with my boo. I'm going to F you up because you own. I mean, we argue about the dumbest stuff that has no validity of life. We argue about how much hair we need, how much hair we don't need. You know, come on now. You get in the barbershop and the hair salon and they do all this talking loud and all that. But when it comes down to politics, everybody is muzzled up. When it comes to a black person, it should have been a black woman that was running for mayor. How about that? Another black woman. But know that if you avoid all of the doubts, then why are you even going to the polls? What's really your purpose of going? Think about it. If you're going to complain every time McDonald's make that Big Mac that ain't fit to your schedule, why do you keep doing that? So if you don't want to vote for nobody, then don't talk. Because your voice don't count. You know why? Because you're complaining. Nobody likes a whiner. Nobody likes a whiner. If you don't like something, you change it. Or if you don't want to change it, then be quiet and let the other people step forward and participate in history. But understand this. Don't you dare say you know what happened. Because you got to be honest with yourself. And Martin, no, I'm realistic about honesty. I would catch you on the line, RB. Tell your children and your grandchildren, I doubt it, and I did not want to be bothered, and I didn't want to vote, and I was one of the ones who was nagging. And shut your mouth. Be honest. Don't say, yeah, I was a part of that. Oh, I know all about it. No, you wasn't, because let this platform play back in history. Look at the comments, as Erica says. She looked at the comments. I look at some of that stuff, and I'm like, whatever. Because it's all crap and giggles to me. If you want to change and you want to be one that say, I had a say in this when I went to the poll, just do it. Because the poll experience will change your whole concept. You'll begin to see the difference. Tuesday, I will be at the polls. Because I already said my vote is in. But I'm going to go there and I'm going to watch all of you all on this platform that's talking and stuff. Meet me at Lavazon. We can still get you in there to vote. Meet me at Lavazon. I'll be there. I want you to tell me I want to make a change. Just like a sinner come to the Lord and say, Lord, I'm sorry. Forgive me of my sins. And I want to serve you. Well, do the same thing when it comes to, Lord, I want you to put my mind on straight street. To have my heart and my mind change so I can give my brother. So let's stop saying, oh, black folks. So let's say we're coming together. They're not the late, I love him. He gone on to be with he gone on somewhere. I don't know where he gone. Curtis Mayfield said, moving on up. Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. We are winners. We are winners. Forget about the KKK, because they always hide. They always hide. Anytime you got to wear a mask, you are a monster and you are hiding. Black folks don't have to wear no mask. I hated to see the docuseries on the late Fred Hampton getting killed. Black Panthers. Bobby Rush disappointed me because he was a part of Black Panthers. Were you the one that traded Fred in? Who knows? But don't be Doubting Thomas.
All right. Dr. Sands, we're going to get out of here now. I got
and Martin, I know you're ready to go and you're tired, but I just got to say one more thing.
Oh, Erica, come on now. What you got to say? Get to the point, Erica. Don't dance around. Get to the point, because I got to get out of here. Come on.
I'm not gonna dance now.
All right.
I know you need some rest. I need some rest. We all do.
All
We
right.
battling. But so here's the thing. I know there's people that saying, oh, there was a lot of white people there tonight. What y'all need to understand is that that's a good thing, because that was white people in an auditorium with a black man on stage, Brandon Johnson. And if who was ever there or whoever saw the live, Brandon Johnson said something I ain't never seen a black man say in his position. He said in front of all them white people, Black liberation is everybody's liberation. Black liberation is everybody's liberation. And them white people went to cheering. If that ain't what y'all want white people to be doing right now, then you don't understand what this fight is. That's what you want white people to be doing right now, cheering for stuff like that. That black liberation is everybody's liberation. That is unprecedented, coming out of a black man's mouth, running for a political position. Barack Obama would never. All these other black politicians would never say nothing like that and expect to be elected. So when y'all talk about the white people in the crowd, that's a good thing. We need more of them cheering for stuff like that. That black liberation is everybody's liberation. That's what I wanted to say. Let's get to the polls. Call your peoples. Bring your peoples. This is go time. And somebody asked about what the polls are currently saying. Currently, the most latest poll originally had Paul Vallis at 6 points ahead. And now the latest poll has them tied at 44% each, y'all, with 10% undecided. That's God. That's God. 44%, both of them. That means we need to get out here and do the dang thing. So let's do it, y'all. Thank you, my aunt.
All right. All right, people. Good night. I got to go. I'm smacking on my grapes. All right, people. You already know what time it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. And I love being black. I don't know about you, but I love being black. Good night, everybody. Tomorrow's another day. Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Good night. Good night. Good night.